All right. Double check that we are good to go on YouTube. Looks like we are. All right. Welcome, everybody, to the 5th session of our tabletop playtest of the Project Dramond campaign, the first campaign for our 5th edition setting, where we're just kind of making our way through and playing around with the setting and the rules and everything else to make sure everything works the way we want it to. We are back to Roll20 tonight, and knock on wood, fingers crossed, all the right spells in the right places. Roll the high die, please. The audio and video seems to be working well enough tonight on Roll20 that we should be able to stream within the platform. Last couple sessions we had to bail out and do it on Discord, which is fine, except that I never had made any actual layouts and everything else to actually show the Roll20 screen while we were doing that. So we're back. Hopefully it stays good. All right. The end of the last session saw you guys had gone to the docks, and had delivered some goods to Firen's ship. Along the way, you had witnessed the healing ritual with the Circle of Life mages at the refugee area set up, kind of like a makeshift hospital on the docks. And you had witnessed the Circle of Life mages actually healing um, people there, and then ended up coming back to the Muddy Maid Tavern, where you ended up getting some food, went and had a nap, and when you came back downstairs, there was a party going on, and one of the I believe it was the baker, Harry, his daughter Frida, him and his wife, and they were all there because they were celebrating because she had been healed. Frida had been sick with the plague and was one of those who was healed today by the Circle of Mages. So they were having a little bit of a festival. Harry got a little bit drunk, and everybody got a little rowdy, and they went upstairs to sleep it off in one of the rooms while you guys went up to your room. Now, upon your return, because when you were here earlier, um, when you had checked in earlier before the nap and everything else, um, Halden, when you had headed out in the morning, Duende wasn't feeling too well. He had decided to stay behind when you went off to the docks. Halden had gotten a message from Marilyn, and something hush hush, whisper whisper, and he had to duck out and take care of some business in town. When you came back in the evening, Halden is back. Duende is still missing at the moment, but we'll let you guys um, figure that out as we come to this. You guys are going upstairs to the room to have a good evening of rest. And at this point, we will say that Halden is there and Duende is making his entrance, and I'll let you guys get the group up to speed with where you were if you choose to tell them or not. Otherwise, the rest of you can make your way up to the room and have a chit chat about what went on today.
So we went back to the room, and Halden's there. Duende's there too.
Let's say Duende is coming in, arriving at the moment, and Halden was already in the room. Somehow managed to get up there without anybody noticing.
Where have you been, man? What took you?
Just nothing. It was no matter that needs discussing.
Oh,
now.
no matter that needs discussing. Oh, yeah. Makes me feel real safe traveling with this guy.
Nothing nefarious.
Okay.
Well, you missed some awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Am I not getting paid?
Well, they're curing everyone now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess that's a little bit more exciting.
The terrible thing in the city, killing people.
Yeah,
You've heard of it.
May have heard of it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we also had a run-in with some of your, they may not be acquaintances of yours, but some Raven fellows. Yeah, you know.
Oh, yeah, we did.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you did.
Roughing up some of my dwarven kin. Yeah.
Oh. I try not to be acquainted with many parties.
Yeah, the Raven Syndicate. I mean, there's many different branches to it. So some are mundane, just dealing with a little bit of bribery here and there, and other ones obviously take it upon themselves to go a little bit beyond bribery and go into manhandling and petty theft.
Nice.
But if nothing else, the Circle of Life mages did figure out how to heal the guys, but it comes at a quite a cost. They seemed quite drained after one healing.
Yeah, I can't imagine doing that all day.
Right. So
The mages are drained, or the people?
Yeah.
the mage. Oh, Twinde, you're here. Where have you been, sir?
Just snuck in.
Sorry, I was waiting for my turn, but I did want to know that.
Oh, perfect. Where have you been?
It did look like it took them a lot of work. We tried to help as much as we
Yeah.
could.
We were able to transfer some energy to the drained elves when they completed their healing, but yeah, it took a lot out of them.
It basically, just from a roleplay perspective, we're looking. It took about six of the mages, and if I remember correctly, it was about 15 minutes or so to cure the one guy, and the mages were all pretty drained by the time they got done, and needed a little bit of an energy transfer from the paladins and Templars, and then kept on going throughout the day. And then you guys obviously left in the middle of that, but the healed parties were also very weak when they were finished. But obviously, as we saw from Frida coming at the party earlier tonight, I mean, she was definitely not up to her full strength, but she was smiling and looked to be back on her feet at the very least, and feeling mostly normal. So having a little bit of initial what the hell happened, I don't remember anything over the last 4 or 5 days, and being really weak, but then strength recovering as they get some food in them and everything else. All right, so Halden was off doing something, we don't know what, because he's being something suspicious. Duende, what were you up to, if you decide to divulge it or not to the group?
I received a communication from my home, but we were able to resolve the matter, and it's nothing of concern.
Perfect. Cool. Just taking some notes here.
Well, I'm glad that everything worked out.
Okay. All right, before the day ends, I need our 2 humans and half-elf to roll constitution checks, please.
Yay.
Yeah.
I was about to ask if
Oh.
they were sick.
Oh, yes, we don't know yet.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my.
well, he's only gonna half die.
I
'Cause
deserve to be-
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yay.
he's just gonna be dragging his left leg.
Ragalorm, you need to roll a... There we go. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I'm good at this.
We suck.
This is a great night for rolls. This is gonna be
Oh,
fun.
You're feeling a little clammy. Feeling a little clammy tonight. All right, so the party's died down. You're all back at the same room. You guys have gathered in the bunk room at the end, which has all the rooms. Tripwires, set those up before like you did the previous night to make sure that there's not going to be any issues.
Yeah, thanks for that. By the way, you set up some tripwires for us last week before you left.
Yeah, I watched that part of the video.
Oh, okay,
Nice.
cool.
And the like some pasta. That was pretty fun. All right, so you go to sleep. As you're going upstairs, get past to Frida and her parents go into the one room. Got some other guests, and you guys go into your room. You go to sleep, and you go to bed pretty late. It's about midnight by the time you get up to bed. You all go to sleep fairly easily. It's been a long day. Everybody's tired, worn out. You've been you had a big fight in the morning. You had to unload a ship or load a ship of full of crates and boxes and everything else. So you go to sleep pretty quickly. At some point in the middle of the night, let's say 4 in the morning, you awaken to the sounds of just bloody screaming, like "Ah!" like people are screaming somewhere in the tavern in the hallway. You hear maybe combat. You're not sure what's going on, but there's screams and shouts and wailing and maybe bodies being slammed up against the wall. Something's
Oh my God.
happening in the hallway outside.
This place is a terrible establishment.
I know, it's just one thing after another.
Alright, armor up,
That
guys.
wouldn't happen
Get your
again.
weapons.
Yeah.
Never
I'm
get a
gonna
good night's sleep.
Equip myself.
Somebody give me a match. I need to light a candle and find out my gear.
All right, so you guys are stumbling around in the dark. Maybe I don't know. Duende can cast a light real quick. You guys can very quickly, next couple of minutes, grab your basic stuff, and stumble out into the hallway. And what you see is off. You guys are kind of at the end of the hall. So as you come off to the left would be like the end of the wall of the building, and to the right is the hallway going down towards the stairs that go down to the actual tavern itself. And what you see at the end of the hallway is some sort of creature that you've never seen
Oh.
before. And it's just like on all fours, long arms and legs, and somewhat humanoid. And in front of it are, like, I don't know, 6, 7 bodies, pieces of bodies. There's blood
Oh.
everywhere, and this
Oh.
thing cricks its head up and looks at you as you come out the hallway and just lets out a horrific shriek and charges at you.
Oh, this is great.
Do we do
Initiative?
what is it?
Initiative?
Yeah, let's roll some
Initiative.
initiative here.
Oh, oh.
I don't have
I don't
tokens,
wanna
so
go
just roll. It's all good.
Nice initiative.
That's because I have dark vision.
I say I also have dark vision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
Me
took a
too.
leak earlier in the night, so I don't wet myself.
All right, Duende.
Where's the initiative at? I don't remember.
Top, middle.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, top middle. Yeah, Duende, go for it. You've
So
got.
is it dark for the other people? Or...
I mean, there's wall sconces, so it's not dark, completely dark, but yeah, it's a darkened hallway. But there's the wall sconces and candles and stuff. So I mean, there's enough light to have seen this thing at the end of the hallway and coming at you, but it's still nighttime.
It's actively coming at us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's charging. It's rushing.
I will cast Ray of Frost to try to do some damage and slow it down.
Okay.
This thing sounds pretty creepy.
Ray of Frost. And because I haven't done this in a long time, is there a save versus Ray of Frost or not?
It's an attack.
DC. Oh.
Oh, it's an actual attack.
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, you hit it. 4 cold damage.
And its
Okay.
speed is reduced by 10 feet,
Okay.
so it gets slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna slow down a little bit. It's gonna take the bolt on its right shoulder, and it's kind of gonna give another shriek and a howl as it continues charging. I'll
And
go ahead.
then
Go ahead.
I also kind of want to sort of move back behind everybody else.
Sure, absolutely. I will let you go for it.
Assuming I wasn't already back there.
Just gonna snip back here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just kind of, in my mind, you all stumbled out into the hallway and saw this, so you're gonna move about as you see fit, moving forward from this. Haldren, I'll let you and Idridor get attacks before this thing gets its chance. So go ahead, Haldren.
Let's see. I will take out my bow and 2 arrows, and I will aim for the eyes.
Aim for the eyes. Do you get 2 attacks or
Nice.
just 1 attack?
Oh wait, I didn't see.
Yeah, I think
see.
you just get 1 attack at this level.
Just 1. So I'll do that.
You're aiming for the eye. Well, let's hope you roll high.
Oh.
17 plus 2, so that's a 19. You shoot your arrow towards its head, and the creature kind of just ducks its head to the side as your arrow comes towards it, and the arrow just kind of scratches past its forehead. It doesn't even appear phased too much by your arrow. It's continuing to move forward.
That would have had to have been a critical hit. Yeah.
All right,
So,
Idrador, you get a chance.
It's my turn. Is this close enough that I can use my battle axe?
It is now. I mean, it's charging at you. It was slowed,
Sure.
so you've got
Okay.
a chance to step into it and.
All right, going for it, man. I've got my 2-handed battle axe. Let's see if we can't just take a honk out of this thing.
Preferably its head.
Well, you definitely.
So how does this work? How does this work? We're 22, so it adds 4 to my.
That's your
So
modifier.
you
added
rolled an
to it.
18 on a d20.
Okay, so then it gives you.
And
Oh,
that
okay,
adds
I
your
see.
strength and your proficiency, which are both 2. So that
Perfect.
totals 22.
There you go.
Gotcha.
All right,
Well, at
so
least I hit it.
you try to give a mighty heave and try to cleave its skull, and again, this thing kind of twitches to the side as you swing your hammer, and you graze its shoulder as you step into this.
But I
swing.
peel some flesh off at least, right? I mean, come on.
Maybe a little
Skin it.
shave.
Just
a little shave.
a little off the top.
All right, I'm gonna give it a turn now.
Oh,
Idrador's the
God.
closest one to it,
Oh,
so
of course.
we're gonna
Uh-huh. Yep.
roll for this.
Bring it on, mutant.
I don't have all this, so that's gonna be. It's going to. I'm gonna roll a 6 here. Hang on.
Oh, come on.
All right. So as you swing it down at you, it's going to continue on past you, but as it passes you, it's gonna reach over and go to sink its teeth into you. It's going to do
Oh, it's gonna hurt.
5 points of damage.
Yep, I told you it's gonna hurt. Oh, I'm dying. I only have 14 hit points. Help!
All right.
Save me!
It's going to, as it does that, bites you, turns back, and continues down the hall. I'm going to roll here real quick and just see. It's either going to be Lance or Raggleworm
Oh,
or
man.
Halden. So it's going to be 1, 2 Lance, 3, 4 Halden, 5, 6 Raggleworm, is who it's going to attack. Guess what, Lance? It's your lucky day.
Ah, I feel lucky.
I feel like this thing has some daggers it's gonna throw at him, right? Like,
All right. It's going to continue to charge at you and try to take a swipe at you, but you manage to duck to the side at the last minute. And now it's in the midst of you, basically, at this point. We've got Duende has kind of stepped back. He's all the way back up against the wall as far as he can go down this hallway. Idrador's a little bit beyond it. The rest of you, it's kind of right in front of your doorway now, and it's just in your midst. And now I will say, let's just go down the list here and say, Duende, you can go for it.
It's my turn already?
Yeah.
No, but it didn't.
I think I didn't go yet.
Lance didn't go.
Yeah, I'm not doing them quite yet. We're
Okay.
gonna do them this round.
Okay. So
Makes
when
me
they
surprised,
hit
though.
it, this is like a real thing. It doesn't look like ghostly at all. Or...
No, this is
Yeah,
a
so hit
very
it.
very physical creature of some type. The best way to describe it would be it's humanoid in nature, but its arms and legs are longer than they normally would be. It's got like wisps of hair coming off of an otherwise kind of bald scalp, and it is the skin. It's hard to tell what color the skin is right now, but it's darker of skin. It's some sort of a dark colored skin.
Can we see? Or is there like fingers, toes,
There's
or like hooves, claws?
yeah, that's
whatever?
yeah, that's you're not going to be able to do the anatomy lesson right now.
Okay, I
It
will.
screams. That's all we know.
Right.
I'll cast magic missile at it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Magic missile.
Okay. That's 4 points damage. What did you just
I believe
do?
it
Ragnar?
shoots. Yeah, it just does that much damage.
Yeah, I think it just does that much damage at this point. Okay. It's gonna snarl as it takes a magic missile to the face.
Oh wait, each dart deals 1d4 plus 1. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna roll it 3 times.
Oh, do you get 3 at this
it
level?
looks like it rolled it for you already. That's where the 4 came from.
Yeah, it did 1d4 plus 1,
You got 3.
3 plus 1. Okay.
Just keep clicking show spell description. It'll work eventually.
I don't know what you guys are clicking. There we go.
Okay, 3.
Whoa!
Yeah, so just roll it twice more.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there we go. So
2,
we
3,
did
4.
4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it took a big snarl. It took all the missiles straight to its face, and it roars its head back and snarls as it gets blasted. Haldren, you're up next.
So I'm like right next to this thing.
Yeah,
right?
you guys are all surrounding it at this point. It's right in the middle of you.
What?
Let's see. I have athletics. Could I use that to roll away and shoot my bow again?
Well, I mean, you could. I mean, I'll just give it to you if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah, just roll it and see.
I do a dodging roll, get some distance, turn around, and shoot my bow back at it.
You miss horribly.
Or
Your arrow pings into the wall. Twing. Ildor, you took it. Yeah, go ahead and I'll give you. Yeah, you can turn around. Take it to
All right.
attack.
I'm tempted to take a hunk out of this thing again. Here we go. Oh.
What did you just roll? Okay,
Not
Yeah.
great.
that's
Just-
a miss as well. Your axe
No,
goes
come
thunk
on.
into the floor. Who's next on
Oh.
the list here?
Terrible rolls.
Halden, you're up.
Nice.
Come on.
Okay,
Come on, Rogue.
I'm gonna poke him with my short sword.
Stab, stab, stabbity, stab.
Yeah. Does
Yeah,
it
you
hit?
get him. You stab it in the leg, in the back leg, and it gives another horrific shriek as it flails around.
Let's see. Would I get my sneak attack in this case?
Well, I didn't determine whether or not you were behind or not.
Okay.
I should have done that. You're
I know
not
I
wrong.
have friends by the enemy, so
Yeah, let's go ahead. How does sneak attacks work in 5th edition? That's a good question because I'm not intimately familiar in 5th
I've
edition.
never played a rogue before. Let's see.
Usually it's if you have advantage, or if the enemy has other enemies near it.
Yeah, but I mean, is it like double damage or how does that work?
It's a D6
just
that
adds
extra
damage.
All right, so go ahead and add your damage to that then. D6 to add damage.
Add a D6. Where's the 6?
So I'm used to 2nd edition where it would just be like times 2,
Man,
times
I'm
3.
killing it over here.
All right, so you do. another
My
5.
goodness. Yeah.
Someone is.
All right, you almost like severed its back leg. It's gives a horrific shriek and kind of falls to one side. So it took a good blast to the face, got a chunk of its leg off. I believe.
Damnable aberration.
Ragalorm, you're up, and then Lance.
All right. I thrust at him with my pike.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, hello. critical hit. So how do crit hits work in 5th edition, FYI? Is it double damage or?
The normal rule is you roll double damage dice, but I never did that because
Yeah.
sometimes you roll mineral like he did. So
Yeah,
he
it
did like
depends.
barely any damage on a crit, which feels bad. So what I always did is you roll normal damage plus 1 die, and it rolls max. So he would do the 3 from his roll plus 10.
Okay,
Creature
that
does
sounds
rolling
good to
D10.
me. So it's
That's
a
how I
D10.
did it. You
No,
can
that
do
works
it.
for me. So we do another 13 points of damage. All right, Lance, you're up.
Oh my god, this thing has a ton of hit points.
I know.
Okay.
It's okay. There's like 5 of us. Or 6.
For the moment,
I
Hey.
will.
I got bit by this thing. We don't know if it's poisonous or not.
Sacred Flame.
True.
So it's DC 13.
Okay, yeah, you got it.
Awesome. So 8
What-
radiant damage.
Is that the max that you can do?
That was the max, yes.
Okay, nice. All right.
Isn't there also a way for the GM to hide his rolls if he wanted to?
I
can.
think so, but yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
Okay.
All right, so you threw magic missiles to its face. It took quite a few of those to its face. It almost got its legs severed off. It's had a few arrows pinged at it, and now a blast of sacred flame to its face. This thing is going to kind of fall to one leg, the one good leg it has, and it's going to rear its head back and give just this massive blood-curdling scream. And it is going to do.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to think. Who has the least amount of hit points?
I'm at 14.
I have 18.
All right, well, we're gonna.
I mean,
Let's
it's
see.
probably me.
I
Okay.
feel like I took damage and I didn't take it.
My max is only 12, so.
All right. Well, let's see what happens here. As it falls to the side and gives this massive, horrendous shriek, it's going to fall to the ground, and it's going to basically there's going to be this detonation of like force that comes out of it, accompanied by Duende. You see ripples of elemental magic of all sorts of all the different types. And then the 2 church members, you also see waves of quantum energy, all the different types that you've ever been able to see before. This wave of force that comes out of this thing, it's just like, and it blows out. It knocks you all back into the wall and, down and out, and you all take 12 points of damage.
Ow!
As this happens, the creature just kind of expires into a convulsing mass in the hallway here. Nobody died
Yeah,
from
well,
that,
I
right?
get knocked out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's doing okay.
All right. Nobody dies, but everybody. I mean, that was a significant.
I have 0
Wow.
HP.
Okay.
I'm at
It's
2.
into combat though, right? So,
We hope.
well, yeah, I guess.
We don't know
It's-
if there's more.
It's a convulsing mass
Do
on
we
the
hear
floor.
anything now that it's
Oh.
not doing that?
Can I poke the mass?
It's gurgling its death throes on the floor.
Well, I will cure wounds.
What's-
Duende.
Okay.
I'm
yes.
just gonna be like,
wait.
what the hell was that? What the hell just happened?
Oh, wait a second. I can draw
Wait,
protection.
oh yeah, so you got 4 healing. The least
Oh.
amount I could give you.
Oh, I think I have cure wounds too.
I have second wind, which is says I roll a 1d10 plus your fighter level. What is fighter level?
Level 2.
You're level 2.
Oh, so I can I do that?
Yeah,
Can I roll a
but
D10?
that's for you personally. Yeah.
Does it heal you?
Yep.
Yeah. Second wind does.
So
So
9 plus 2, so I get 11.
yeah, you get
Phew.
11 back.
That's pretty good.
Who's at low health right now? I have
Yeah.
6 points.
I have
Well,
I'm-
7.
I'm at 13 now, but I don't have second wind again because I gotta do a rest before I use it. But that was pretty helpful.
I'm at 12, and I got a spell I could use.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Heal Wound on myself then.
Is there anything left, or when it blew up, did it like?
No, the force came out of it. It's a convulsing mass on the floor right now. It's just this corpse.
Nice.
Who did you cast
So
that
it's-
on, Haldren?
Me, myself.
Himself.
Huh.
That's
So
what-
did
So it- Does it still like? Well, my question was, is like, are we still able to like see the shape of it and everything, or is it just this?
No, it's
Oh.
it's there. It's a body.
Okay, it's a body. Okay.
I guess
Go poke it.
I'll go check the bodies that were in the hallway that it
Ow.
seemingly killed or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Can I
Um,
light like a torch or something? 'Cause
well,
I
there
have
are
some
candles on the wall. There's candles,
Okay.
and I mean it's not brightly lit because it was the middle of the night. Everyone is asleep, but there's still candles lit. So if you want to like pull down one of the
Alright,
candles,
Yeah,
and-
I'm gonna take one of the candles off the wall and kind of like go up to it and look at it with some more
Okay, so
light.
we got two things. Halden's gonna go down the hallway and inspect the bodies at the end. Ragalorm, you're inspecting the corpse. So for those of you, let's do the corpse first, and then we'll do the other end of the hallway. So as you guys are inspecting the corpse, this thing, if you had to estimate if it was completely erect and not hunched over and like coming down you at the hall, this thing would probably be about 6 feet tall. The skin is like a dark mottled brown with like green and red and purple veins going throughout it under its skin. The hands are like humanoid-ish, but elongated and nasty thick black claws coming out the end. Long teeth and wisps of like maybe blonde hair. It used to be blonde, perhaps. That's what you see, and it looks like the skin is all kind of like covered in like a mucus kind of slime at the same time. Halden, as you get to the other end of the hallway, you hear stuff going on downstairs. There's a ruckus going on down there. People, obviously, everybody heard the commotion that happened up here. It's hard to make out exactly. It's just pieces of bodies. There's a couple of doors that were other guests in the rooms, and if you had to surmise, they came out into the hallway because they were closer to it than you guys were, and so they heard it before you did. Came out of the hallway to investigate, and this thing got them. As you're kind of inspecting these things and taking a look downstairs to see what's going on down there, you hear a gasping moan coming from the room right to your left, that first door where Harry, Pamela, and Frida had gone in to sleep as you guys were going into your room. And you turn your head and look, and Harry is kind of drunkenly pulling himself by the door handle out into the hallway, kind of half drunk and bleeding from a gash across his chest, and it looks like he's been just mangled on the right side of his shoulder and chest here, and he's just
You got it.
kind of out of it, looking up at you. Frida, my Frida, poor Frida. And he collapses on the floor in front of you and falls unconscious.
What the hell? Okay. I'm just thinking if I'm gonna get any more money from Thanon, if I should just not leave town right now. This inn, I've had enough of it, man. So like I guess I could check to see if he's alive.
He's alive, but he's
Okay.
unconscious.
Shoot, I don't have anything to wrap his wounds with, so I mean, I don't know if I care.
So
Well, we could try stabilizing him.
Yeah, someone could.
There's a medicine check if
Yeah, go for it.
are we
I'll,
all
I'll
down there?
try to. Or I'll walk down there when I heard something
Okay.
talking. I'll try to medicine him up
Be
a
like,
little.
yeah, you might want to help that guy. He said something about Frida.
Okay. As you kneel down to attempt to heal this person or to apply medicine to him, he starts to convulge and right before your eyes, as you are attempting to do this, and he's convulging and flopping around, you hear this horrific like crunching sound, like bones breaking, and you see his arms, one of his arms, the arm where he got bit, just kind of goes like that and bends out and snaps back the other way, the way it's not supposed to bend, and it starts to grow longer, and he's like starting to like really rile on the floor at this point, and his body is going through an obvious rapid mutation in front of your very eyes.
Okay.
Okay,
Kill
I case
him!
his
Kill
face.
him!
Can I grab Lance and like try to pull him back? Because that's just
Yeah, I mean, go for it. Yeah.
yeah. It's like I'm gonna grab him. Be like, nope, we probably shouldn't mess with.
Well,
Just get out.
I would like to just try to grab my mace and hit him in the head, if possible.
Yeah,
I mean, he's prone at this point, so
Yeah.
Take him out.
Let's do that.
okay, go for it.
Get the gray matter.
Oh.
on
Yeah,
the floor.
you smash its head in. As you do so, you smash its head in, and it continues to convulse for a few minutes, but the metamorphosis that it was going through stops. Basically, one arm, the arm elongated, and the fingers have grown a little bit more, and you can kind of see the beginning of like the black fingernails on the one arm, and then the rest of his body is just twisted into a completely unnatural shape, or position, I should say.
Okay, so this is Harry.
Yes.
We know this. Where's the mom? Where's
So
Pamela?
as
He's
this happens,
A little bit there, a little bit.
as this
here.
happens, you hear another blood-curdling shriek like what you heard the first time when you came out of the room, coming from downstairs in the main room.
Oh my god.
I'm starting to get a little concerned because I got bit by this thing.
We should leave.
Just like out the window?
I did not sign up for this. Yes. The window first.
I'm down. Let's get out of here. Maybe
I don't think
maybe.
that there could be
Well,
more
maybe-
of them.
Well,
I mean,
maybe we should seek shelter at Thanon's. Like, let's get the hell out of here.
yeah. I mean, obviously, this is some unholy, whatever god you worship, aberration right here. So I mean, like,
yeah. Well, let's see if there are any down the stairs, so we don't have to jump, 2 stories to get out of here. But
Well, you've only got two options at this point. You're either going down the stairs into the main room where that horrible blood-curdling shriek just came from, or you're going out the window.
gosh.
Well, can we?
let the
Let's just open up a
people die.
window and see if we can hear anything out
I
there.
was to say, because if we try to jump out the window, we're gonna break legs and all sorts of shit.
What? Come on.
The way the dice have been tonight,
that's true. Yeah.
We're all
you
gonna be
successfully
crippled
jump
on
out the
floor.
window and you successfully break your neck. Take 12 points of damage. You're dead. Yay!
Duende, you got 4 hit points, right?
Yep.
All right, you're fucked up, laying against the wall, but you're conscious and you're there. Everybody's pretty beat up. You check the back window against that back wall. Look out. It's a bit of a drop, but there is like a little wood shed down below. You might have to drop down 6 or 8 feet, but there is a wood shed roof that you can get down onto, and from there make it to the ground. I will roll. We're gonna roll some chance rolls as you all go through the window, just to see how well you all manage to fall your way down to the.
When we open up the window, do we
Mhm.
hear anything like in the middle of the night?
It's a good question. You hear nothing other than the normal.
Because if there's like 20 of these things running around outside, then
No, it's just normal, nighttime sounds of the docks. You can hear some
the waves. crashing.
waves against the dock harbor,
Docks
and
and
maybe
have, like a dinghy and sail out.
drunks singing away somewhere.
Escape with Thana, quickly.
All right, so you guys are going out the window. I'm just gonna go. Duende's gonna need some help getting out the window. I'll let you guys figure out how you want to do this.
I'll
he-
push
I
him
have
out.
rope.
he's
Push him out.
you probably don't need a rope for this jump.
Oh, come on.
It's only six,
Say-
it's only like 6 feet.
He's my-
6 feet
Oh.
isn't too bad, except for the
Alright.
dwarves.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Someone should jump out first, and then one of us can hand Duende down.
Okay, you're strong.
I'm pretty
so you
strong.
jump out first.
I'm pretty strong.
Yeah.
I'm pretty strong. So you want me to jump out first?
Yeah.
All right. What am I rolling?
All right, I'm gonna roll a 6 to see whether or not you take any damage on the way
Okay.
down. No, you land with a heavy thud on the roof of the woodshed. However, that
Oh, good.
heavy thud on the
Okay.
woodshed.
Oh no.
shoot,
All
man.
right,
Now we're gonna take all
you're
the
down
damage.
on the shed. You've made it down to the shed. What next?
Someone hand Duende down.
Oh yeah,
Someone stay
I'll shove
alive.
him out the window. if
Shove
he's
him
okay
out the
with
window.
that.
Jesus. All right, poor Duende. You know he's
Are
I
you
would like
okay
to
with
climb
that?
by myself. As long as I'm tall enough.
yeah he's good. He's just give him a helping hand on the way out, but he's getting back to his normal self. All right, Duende on the way down. 1, 2, 3, nothing. 4, 5, 6. You might take some damage. You're good. You make it down. Idridor kind of helps you down to the roof. Who's next?
I'll go.
All right, Heldon's next.
It's Heldon's idea. And he's the third one to get out of here. He's
All right.
like, let me out.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nothing. 4, 5, 6. You take some damage. All right. You
Okay.
are in your hurry to make it out because all you're thinking about is coin and not getting paid and how it's like screw this town. You kind of catch your foot on the windowsill and you take a bit of a tumble down to the rooftop and you take 2 points of damage as you kind of
Freak.
heavily land.
Ugh,
And
should have never left Angloria.
okay, who's next?
I'll go out.
All right, Lance is next. 1, 2, 3. Nothing happens. 4, 5, 6. Oh.
Oh no.
On your way out the window, your hand slips. You fall and land with a heavy thud on the rooftop below you. Take 3 points of damage. Who's left inside now?
think it's
Ragalorm
just-
and Haldren.
Me and Tristan.
Yeah.
Now there is this, and you hear something clamoring up the stairs.
Oh, God.
And at the end of the stairs, you just catch this glimpse of like beady eyes and this creature that's now at the top of the stairs
We should have
and
locked the door behind us.
rushing for you.
Yeah, we should.
Close the window.
Can I make it to the door in time to close it?
Well, you guys are at the end of the hallway at that window going out the
oh,
hall.
yeah. We're
So-
not in a group.
Just go now.
Okay,
Run.
jump
Yeah,
up.
I'm gonna push Haldren out the window.
All right, Haldren, 1, 2, 3. You made it out, no damage. Ragalorm, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You also make it out. As you make it out the window, this thing is charging down the hallway. As you land, there is a heavy thud on the wall above you, and you all look up and see this head looking out the window at you, like screaming and blood dripping and.
Good lord.
I shoot a bow arrow at it.
Okay, roll it.
Oh, God. Yes, let's piss it off, Ian.
Dude, it's already chasing us.
Yeah,
Does
you
fit through
it
the window?
takes an arrow to the face and ducks back inside, and you hear a horrific shrieking howl.
Dude, we guys
Alright,
think we
let's
need to
go
run.
for it.
dude.
I think we should run.
My God, yeah. Let's get to the water or something. We're pretty close to the dock, so.
Okay,
Yeah,
well we
let's-
have
let's
thoughts
find a
on
ship.
going to.
Oh yeah. Should we
My thought
just
is
run
out
to
of
the
this.
shots or go to Hal?
I think we should go to Thanon. I mean, come on. The dude's got
Thanon,
weapons and
yeah.
armor. And
We can go to Highland's
We-
boat though and wait for
we
them.
should-
Can we
should
open
probably
up
hurry
the
then.
map again?
Yes, let's look at a map right now. Come on. we need to be
Not
fleeing.
characters. I just want to look at the map. We are a lot closer to like
Where should we
a
go?
ship.
All
Yeah,
right,
we're
let's
right
go.
at
Yeah,
the
we're
dock.
super close.
Like we have to run pretty far.
But what's a boat gonna do for us? That's all I'm curious.
Well, maybe they can't swim.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, if we
we
can't,
got arms.
Wait, can we sail
It's also
though?
just like there's a bottleneck, right? Assuming they can only get on by the gameplay.
I don't think any of you have sailing knowledge. No, you
I definitely don't.
came here under
no.
Fearon and
Yeah.
Halen's help with their crew.
I
I'm sure
think
we
we
have
need to go to
plenty
Thanon's.
of time on this shed to think about it.
I think we should just book it for the black.
Well, we know that sails catch.
All right,
rain.
as you're debating, a horrific shriek, the creature peeks its head back out the window, and it is going to.
I'm gonna pull out
let's
my short
see.
bow too.
1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna roll this. 1, Isidore, Lance. 2, 3, all the way down.
God.
And so let's see who's gonna happen here.
I might die.
Lance.
Lance. Why did you say something, Lance? All right.
Oh,
He's over there
God.
looking at the map like, oh, what
All right. It's going to launch a magic missile at you from the
Oh.
window.
Oh, it's a magic
Yes,
caster.
magic.
Fantastic.
How much damage should I take?
8 points of damage.
Freeze.
Okay, I'm down.
All right.
Oh,
You
great.
guys need to get him and get
Okay.
out of here.
Ragalorm, grab him.
All right, I'll grab him.
Where are we going?
Let's go to Thanon's.
Okay, Thanon, go.
All right.
No,
Run,
thank
I
run.
don't freaking know, man.
Okay. So
It's
hang
a
on.
mad dash for life.
You guys are here. All right.
Yes.
Which
Ugh,
route do you want
I
to
don't
take to get
like
back to
this.
Thanon's? Because you know of 2 routes. One
Main
was
roads.
this route that you took before, which is this is the little kind of walkway through the trees, and then the other route kind of cut down here through the market, which is what Thanon brought you on the other day when you did the wagon.
Through the market.
Oh, there's a
Through the
market.
market.
Okay.
Through the market.
You guys are
Gosh,
taking the
okay,
quick option.
fine.
Okay. As you guys head south, you're running through the docks area
Should've bought some potions.
from the who. By the way, who's carrying Lance?
I guess that's me.
You just slung him over your shoulder. What's your strength?
Strength is 15.
That's fair enough. So you just tucked him over your shoulder, and you guys are booking it. So as you run, the creature is shrieking behind you. It casts another spell. It hits the dirt right where you guys were standing a minute ago. Who knows what spell it was? Just sparks and flames flying. And this thing's making a huge racket behind you in the building as you run. As you get clear of the tavern and make your way south through the trees and you get close to the market, as you're running and huffing and puffing, you start to hear off over to the left, off to the right, you can hear distant shrieks and cries, screaming people, wailing, and you see and hear a flash of light over in one direction. You can those of you, Duende, you can feel magic happening when you see these flashes of light. Ragalorm, you're lugging your buddy Lance, but you can also feel every time you see like a flash of light and hear an explosion, you're feeling quantum energy as well. So whatever's going off and whatever's happening, it's a mixture of both things at the same time. And you guys are just running because you don't want to have to deal with any more of this stuff. As you get further away from the docks and make your way past the market down to this, the entrance of the Dwarven District, the shrieks and cries and screams fade away into the background. And as you enter into the Dwarven District, it is business as usual.
Need to pilfer some health.
There's
potions.
no
Yeah.
no shrieks and screams going on here. It's 4:30 in the morning at this point. Everyone's sound asleep, and you make your way to Thanon's forge / house in disarray and panic, with Lance's body slung over Ragalorm's shoulder. Ragalorm, you're beat to hell and back at this point, having lugged your friend.
We're all bloody.
Yeah, you're all bloodied and beaten up. And as you arrive at Thanon's house, the door is closed. It is 5 o'clock in the morning, but you have arrived.
Bang on the door.
Yeah, bang on. Someone bang on the
There's a-
door.
I'll bang on the
Does,
door.
Does it did Jodlor look nice and healthy? Still.
I'm 13 hit points. Is
Well,
what
I
I've
mean,
got.
I don't mean that. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, for the bite.
Oh yeah, from the bite. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Roll a
keep my-
Constitution check.
I'll keep my
Oh, I don't
hand
want
on the
to.
pommel
I'm
of the
helping.
blade.
I feel fine.
Just put some ale in me, man.
Oh, I don't want to. Oh.
That's
Too
Too
fine.
young to die. I should have never left the mountain.
All right.
You shouldn't have, man. What the hell?
You pound on the door for several moments, and finally, faintly within, hey, give me a minute. Wait, give me a minute. And you hear some thumping, thudding going around inside, and after a few moments, a very disgruntled-looking Thanon arrives at the door and opens it up. His beard's all mashed to one side, one eye's all swollen shut, and he's just kind of reeks of ale. What? Wait, you're that group. What? And he kind of looks. He's obviously drunk at this point.
Oh,
Woke up
God.
in the middle of the night, drunk as a skunk. And he's looking you over, and
Yeah, that's
his
a good
one
waking
eye
up.
kind of gets a little bigger as he's like taking you in and sees all the bloody mess. What in the bloody Seven Hills happened to you? And he kind of hiccups a little bit and kind of staggers as he's looking at you.
Man, you gotta let us in.
We're under attack. The town's
Yeah, we're under attack. You gotta let us in. And
Attack!
shut the door.
What? Where?
Some aberrations attacked us in the inn.
Aberrations. What? He's gonna kind of just stumble. Come on in. But he's gonna stumble to the side as you guys come in, and as you enter the room, coming into the main hall here, you're gonna see Farron and Hallen come out of one of the side chambers, kind of rubbing their eyes, like what's going on. And at the same time that happens, you hear a little "Achoo!" from above, and you can look up and see the brownie, Alfia, who's got a little hammock up in the rafters of the roof there, and she's kind of looking over the edge of the hammock at you guys, kind of sleepy-eyed as well. Thanon shuts the door as you get inside, and it's the same question for me. What happened? What's going on? Fair and Halen, they're all asking you the same question.
Well, we need some medical help first of all.
Oh,
Next to carrying a dead body.
Yeah, Fearin and Halen. Oh yeah, of course. 1 second. They're both going to clump forward, and they're going to move amongst you, and we're just going to assume for the sake of this that we are going to... So here's a question, because I'm not intimately familiar with Roll20. How can I find a spell to cast? Do you just search, or do I have to actually have it on a character?
It depends if it's in the compendium or not. Which,
I think
if you haven't
it
bought premium,
is.
it might not be in there.
I might not, but I at least found this one. Mass Cure Wounds.
God's forsaken monsters. How scalable is the wall?
Scalable as the wall.
We got lots of rope.
I have rope.
My rope's better.
Real elven rope, man. I'll show you.
All right, Fearin is going to step into the middle of you, and she's going to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Hey!
And that might be enough to get everybody up to full health.
So do we have to divide that against everybody?
No.
No, it's just
Okay.
We all
everybody.
get it?
Yeah, you all get it.
Oh,
Woohoo!
well then, yeah.
Jeez.
We're mad.
Ah, thank God.
Phew.
I feel much
Okay,
less dead.
You.
Ah,
Who wants to
thank
tell her
you.
what
Thank you so much.
All right.
Who's gonna tell her?
Well, who killed it?
Well, some creatures attacked us in the inn. Another person started transforming into a creature, so we bashed his head in.
And we
then
booked it.
ran away. Yeah.
Well,
This is
it's,
the
it's obvious the creature that attacked us was a transformed person.
Yes, and the guy that was transforming said something about his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Lance is now conscious, huh? And then Idrad Lord got hurt.
I got bit.
And Tristan kept saying he was sensing quantum energy.
Yeah, I could sense there was quantum energy vibes. I don't know.
Bad vibes.
Rough
Bad
vibes.
vibrations, man.
From like as we were escaping, I could feel a disturbance in the.
You
quantum
also felt
energy.
it when the first creature exploded. You all felt
Yeah.
the Duende felt an elemental burst of magic, and the church members felt a burst of quantum energy from the creature as it died and exploded.
And then didn't you guys also hear a bunch of these things as we were coming over or something?
Yeah, there was definitely.
I don't know. I was dead at the time.
Yeah, we're hearing shrieks everywhere, man. There's some weird stuff going on, and I mean, are we smart enough to put 2 and 2 together with what we were told?
It would be a reasonable assumption to assume that the creature that was in the hallway was Frida, and she bit her dad and mom, and the mom was already converted and was downstairs eating
How old is Frida?
people. She was a late teens.
Ah, gosh, this makes her worse.
And Harry was converting in front of your eyes, and then Frida
Yeah.
had started to kill she had literally just ripped apart some of the guests in the hallway. So they definitely.
That's good. They probably won't come back.
Well, they
She
were in
bit me.
pieces. Yeah, they were in pieces. All right, Frida is going to inspect Idrildor's wound. She doesn't sense anything from it. It's just a really nasty bite.
That's good. That's good.
But
Oh,
as you
sorry,
explain
Marge.
what's going on, Thanon's looking much more awake at the moment. Althea flies down and perches on the edge of one of the seats. Was there blood? How much blood was there? Tell me more. I want to. Did it have fangs? Did it have claws? Explain the claws to me. Halen's gonna start to look. He's really pale right now, and he's not speaking, and he just doesn't look comfortable at all. Firen, after she takes a look at Idridor, is going to open up one of the windows that looks out towards the north of the city and kind of tell everybody, shh, 1 second, guys. And she's going to open up the window and look out and cock her head and listen. And as she does this, you off in the distance, somewhere off in the night, you can hear screams and wails and like a distant explosion. There's a flash of light in the sky. She's going to turn around to Duende and say, "Did you feel that?" And as she asks you this, you're going to feel like a pulse of like elemental energy just kind of waves through the house like a shock wave. Same time, the 2 church members, you also feel it of quantum energy. And Farron's going to turn and look at everybody and say, "I think we might want to consider getting out of town immediately."
Agreed.
Hey, you just spoke my mind.
What's our best option?
We could probably make it to the boat. It's loaded. It's ready. We were supposed to leave tomorrow anyway. We're not going to be able to get to the crew right now unless they're already at the boat. But let's see what we can see. They should be off in one of the other taverns in the warehouse district. But considering what you just told us that's going on there, we'll see if they're still alive or not.
Could we maybe ask Alfira the brownie to scout for us?
You want me to scout?
Do you have any
In the
pixie
middle of the
dust to
night
make
with
us
all
fly?
these explosions and
Well-
who knows what kind of beasts? Are you crazy?
Well, Are you just gonna stay here, or are you gonna come with us?
Well,
I mean, you're
I
gonna
just,
go one way or the other.
I'm gonna come with you, but just the idea of Thanon's gonna give her a glare and say, "Get on with it, girl," and she's gonna kind of give him the middle finger and flit out the window and off into the night. So yeah, she's gonna go. She's gonna go ahead and see what she can see. Meanwhile, Fearin, Thanon, quick 10 minutes. They're grabbing stuff, throwing it into backpacks. Let's give everybody. They're gonna toss you. Let's see here. They're gonna toss you 2 potions of healing. Um,
Who
How do we
catches
add
them?
those?
Fine.
Whoa.
Mine snag. Thanon is gonna toss an.
Is this how it works?
So here's a quickie. Let's say here one of the things we're gonna do real quick. All right, as they're rummaging through and everything else, Thanon's wide awake now, and he's shooking off his drunkenness like a true dwarf, and he's in full on attack mode, so to speak. Wide-eyed, he's throwing stuff in backpacks. He's chucking potions, your direction. Fran and Halen are off in their room, and he's gonna mumble something under his breath that sounds to the 2 dwarves in the room because it's in Old Dwarvish. He's like, "Ah, fuck it, I ain't never come back here again." And he's gonna he's gonna rummage around where he's at right now, pull a key out of this chest that he's rummaging around in, and he's gonna go over to a corner of the room, and he's gonna move a little picture to the side, insert a key into the wall, and there's a loud snick, and a section of the wall just peels back, and there's an armory inside. So we're all gonna get a little bit of booty tonight.
Nice.
What's everybody's principal weapon?
Longbow.
Let me write all this
Pike.
down. Hang on a second. Longbow is Haldren. Pike. Who's the pike? Is Ragolorm?
Yeah.
Lance's weapon is his shoulder. He just likes to throw it into things. Knives, shell. Just
Lance had a mace, right?
I have a mace.
Duende, do you have a preference?
I'm not particularly proficient with weapons.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have a preference just for something cool, do you want like a dagger or a staff or something?
Staff, probably.
Staff.
I told you to take the wizard's staff.
Helden, you have short. You use a short sword. You said.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good roll. Go ahead.
Okay, and then Ildador is a 2-handed axe, right?
Two-handed battle axe.
Were we forced to leave any of our stuff?
Well, when you ducked out into the hallway, it was just weapons and basic armor. So I would say maybe all your backpacks and your all that stuff and your coin. And,
Gone.
yeah.
My coin?
No.
Oh, I keep
my
my
rope?
coin strapped to my inner thigh.
Yeah. Nice try.
I kind of feel like it.
Probably don't have our rations.
Alright, so I gotta get rid of
No,
all
you
of
guys
my
escaped with some basic scraps of your armor and your basic weapons because you just stumbled out. And you didn't have 15 minutes to get fully geared up and everything else.
We're gonna have to get all that back sometime.
I sleep in my leathers.
All right. I'm just gonna go
I lost
around.
my rope.
Probably.
You can come back.
All right, he's gonna start handing out weapons as he goes in here. He's just gonna go into this little alcove where he's got a stockpile of stuff, and we're gonna hand out some goodies here. So we're gonna get. He's gonna hand a longbow to you, Haldren. It's you've never seen its like before. If you had to guess, it was probably because you're half elven. It's definitely not elven. This looks like it might be of dwarven make.
Ooh. It's taller than dwarves.
Yeah, it's big for a dwarf. It's like as tall as a dwarf. So the dwarf who would use this would be a big boy.
It's like a dwarf longbow.
Yeah, dwarven longbow. I'm thinking stuff up here on the fly. Let's say that it does an
Heavy
extra.
draw with those dwarf arms.
Let's say it does an extra 1d4 of what? What are you rolling
I
for?
was trying to figure out how to edit this because if you're gonna have us edit it, I have to
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out too.
Oh yeah.
press the gear next to it.
There are different kinds you can look up too.
Can you?
In the
This is-
like a mace. If you look up mace, it
This
gives
is
you
perfect.
different ones. Longbow probably has
Well, let's just do to make this simple for now, and then I can maybe come up with stuff later on. Let's just give everybody +1 weapons, which will be
Yeah.
that'll be the easiest solution to get this
So
going.
then I think you can drag that stuff to your character sheet if you look it up, everyone.
Where am I looking this up? Oh,
On the
okay.
top, there's the I button, and you can just
Yeah.
go type in like mace, longbow, battle axe, or whatever, and just
Okay,
find
so
the +1 version. Everybody gets a +1 of that. That's the easy version for tonight.
Ah.
Yeah, and then just drag it into your equipment.
battle axe +1. Hells yeah.
Hells
Drag it in.
yeah.
Where are we finding this? I am not.
Okay,
So-
right next to your character sheet.
Yeah, there's the I, and if you hover over it, it
Yeah.
says compendium.
We drag it to where?
Oh yeah. Okay, I see.
Drag it to your character sheet.
Just drop it in your character sheet.
Well, that's not working for me, but I also have mine windowed, so maybe that doesn't.
It doesn't work if you have it popped out.
Yeah. Well, how do I
Ah.
unpop it?
Just close it and reopen it.
Well, that just sounds too simple. Yay! How do you get rid of weapons? Can I just drag it off?
There's a block at the bottom of your equipment list,
Yeah.
and then you can click
Gosh,
on your
there.
trash cans.
Just ignore that. Just ignore that. No one saw anything. There we go. Sweet.
All right. Also, as we're doing this, let's go ahead. Does everybody remember how to level up their character?
Sort of.
Oh yeah.
Let's get leveled up to level 3 while we're sitting here. This is a
Shit.
good chance to level up here.
Launch
Is this-
level plus. Yeah.
Was that in? Okay, I don't remember.
On your character sheet,
Uh-huh.
hang on, I gotta go to my character sheet now. Go to Alphea's
I
character
don't wanna
sheet.
do that.
Character manager.
Why is she? I gotta go back.
Alright.
Cancel. Discard and exit. Okay. So
Oh,
on
here
your
it
character
is.
sheet,
Launch plus level
Yes,
plus character.
yes,
There
yes.
it is.
and then just don't forget you gotta do the hit point is your hit point +1 level.
Ooh, 6 new spells.
Ah, sick.
Alright. I'm still stuck on getting my pike. How do I drag it to my character sheet? Or
So go to the eye, type
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
drag it, click on the name, drag it over
Yeah.
to your character sheet. And it should be like accepting drop from compendium.
Now I have second story work. Let's climb that wall.
Hmm.
You would drag
Okay,
it down
I'm
to your on your core page, Ragalorm.
okay.
Drag it where your weapons are. If you drag it from the top right down there, and you'll see what Duende was just mentioning, it'll say accepting drop from compendium, and it'll drop it into your weapons. Do you see where your current weapons are? Let me open your character sheet here.
You.
Okay, so you know on your core where you see you're currently, you just have a hand axe. That's all you have. On your character sheet, the core section of your character sheet.
Yeah.
So you see where it says hand axe, and then underneath it says divine smite. That's your ability.
Right.
So if you go up to the top right where that I button is for the compendium, and then in the blank space there you would type pike, for example.
Right.
And then you would drag pike +1 into the same box where your hand axe is.
Okay. Why is my character sheet not wanting to come up?
Can I add it for you from here? I'm gonna try it and see what happens. Didn't do anything when I did it.
For some reason, my character sheet's not wanting to come out now.
It might be opened in a window or something. You might want to check that.
No, it's not in the window.
All right. Well, while you guys are leveling up, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna take a quick bio.
I've had to close Roll20 and reopen it before with my character sheet.
Yeah, me too.
So many interesting spells to choose from.
Glad I don't have that problem.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Spells. And what new spell? Oh, cool.
So it probably doesn't matter now because she's probably dead. But I had it in mind that my character got wind that an ex-girlfriend was in town. So,
So you're just gonna leave town?
oh, well, she's an ex.
Oh, so you don't care?
No.
I see.
Oh, no
Okay.
way.
Gotcha. Okay.
May she rest in peace.
More like rest in pieces, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Did everyone get
Okay.
leveled up?
It was so hard. There's so many interesting spells to look at.
Did Tristan get his weapons?
I got my weapons. I am leveling up now.
Perfect.
Cool. I'm up to 30 hit points now, yo.
Yeah, I got 29.
Third, fourth level is when you
Aw.
start to get kind
I'm
of.
a rogue too.
How many do you have?
I have 29.
It's pretty good for a rogue.
Yeah. I rolled max this time, and I think one off of max last time.
Nice. Level 3, level 4 is when you start to get pretty beefy.
It's when you become the 5th edition superhero.
Pretty much. I always feel like the most fun is like level 5 to level 7 because you're pretty tough, but you're not like badass yet, and so you can still throw stuff at the player that's still pretty nasty. By the time people start getting to like 7th level and beyond, it really becomes more about like godlike enemies.
It's too much. I like my D&D with the sight of death.
Yep. All right. Explosions, shrieks in the distance. It is not a good night in
Jeez,
Parthana.
okay.
All right, we still waiting on anybody?
I'm still leveling up a little bit.
Okay.
I'm good to go.
All right, once Ragalorm is wrapped, we will continue onwards.
Are we allowed to talk out of character right now?
Yeah. Well,
I'm curious what everyone's thoughts are on what just happened. Like, what are these things and where they came from?
Well, it's a little disturbing. It actually reminded me of of a D&D book I read recently called The Godborn, which had like this teenage girl like get turned into this terrible monster that was, I don't know, it was pretty awful to read about actually. So, but,
Do any of us have knowledge about these things?
oh no, this is unlike.
We've never heard of it or
No.
seen of this.
No.
Read about it in
Nope.
Duende's books.
Where'd my woman servant go?
no, they look a little bit like
Hey, Barwinch,
like
can I have
the
a glass of water?
Braldor's mother.
Can I say-
Arwench.
You're gonna get a glass of water with some cyanide in it. It tastes of almonds. Who wrote that? Who wrote that? The short stories, the morbid short stories.
Oh,
Who's that author?
Now I have to smell if there's
Uh,
any poison in it. I think
yeah,
it's okay.
yeah.
She's like, maybe.
Do you know who I'm talking about? Liam?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of that story with that dog that was stuffed and that lady kept like dead guys up in her attic or something like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Who is the author?
I don't
that
remember.
wrote-
Cujo?
That was
Stephen
way too
King?
long ago.
No, he writes short stories.
I read this in like middle school, so I mean,
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I've read some since then, but
So that story is The Landlady. It's from
Oh,
Roald Dahl.
that's right,
Roald Dahl.
I thought he wrote kids books.
I thought he did too. Like, it doesn't sound like a
I
kid's
think
book
that's the one
to me.
that
What?
of, where he drinks the tea.
Yeah.
yeah, and it tastes of
Mhm.
almonds.
Mhm.
It's nutty. I remember that. Yeah.
Well, thankfully mine just tastes like water, so I don't
That-
think she
that
poisoned
wasn't
it tonight
that wasn't
anyway.
the author. That is the story I was thinking of, but that's not the author I was thinking of.
Are you
That's not
thinking
who
of
I
like
thought wrote it.
Poe or something?
I don't even know.
Yes, Edgar Allan Poe. That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah. He wrote a lot of
Yes,
horror short
Weird
stories.
stuff, yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Are you
weird
good?
stuff,
Are
yeah.
we good,
I was
Ragalorm?
thinking
Or
he wrote that
Yeah,
one
I'm
too,
good.
but-
I'm good.
all right, so you've all got some hastily, Thanon's just chucking stuff out of his armor. Here, let's go. We gotta go. Here's some weapons for you. Fearon and Highland come out of the room, fully equipped. They've got bags slung over their shoulders, and it is time to move. All right, they're gonna lead you out the front door, and you're gonna go back the way you came.
Shouldn't we wait for the brownie to come back with her
Yeah,
news?
She'll report in if she needs to. Don't worry about her. She'll be back if she sees anything.
Okay.
You're gonna head out down the heart of the Dwarven District, make your way out to the street. And as you start to make your way north towards the warehouse district, you start to hear it begins to get louder as you get closer. You're hearing shrieks off in the distance. No explosions at the moment. No, you're not sensing any magical energy or anything going like that. No quantum energy, but you're definitely hearing
not-
like shrieks off in different directions, screaming people, wailing. There's definitely stuff going on in the middle of the city. It's starting to the eastern sky is starting to get light. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning at this point. As you make your way through, and as you come up to this, hang on, let me draw a map here. Not a map, but let me get this. As you come up through here, knowing what you knew about the tavern there, you're going to skirt around that and go up to the street. And as you come to the street, as you come around the corner, one of the things you notice as you come is that not only is the eastern sky alit, you thought it was just the sunrise, but as you come around the corner and look out and get a glimpse of the bay, all of the ships in the harbor are afire.
Nice.
Fantastic.
And
Even ours?
everything's on fire.
Oh.
And you see church soldiers at all of the docks with torches and everything else. They've got, as far as the eye can see, there's just soldiers lining the docks, and they're lighting and have lit all the boats on fire at this point in time.
Shoot.
That's what you see.
Well, thankfully, I'm an expert woodcrafter. Let's craft a boat.
Uh-huh.
Let's go harvest
yes.
some timbers.
Is there? Yeah.
Firin is furious. She
Oh,
just
it's
kind of
terrible.
stands there looking at her boat that has been her home for the last however many years, and she's cursing in Elvish, things that you would not wish on your worst enemy. But she's not happy at this point. As this is going on, Althea comes flitting back and finds your group and comes down from the sky, wide-eyed, just like, did you see? It's just, they're just, I can't believe this. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Listen. It's like this. Like, I flew over there and I was checking out the boat to make sure that we could get on the boat. When I got to the boat, the soldiers were already there and they were getting ready to set fire to our boat. And I had to hide because I didn't want to set on fire with the rest of the boat. So I was sitting there listening and they were telling me, they weren't really telling me. I was listening to them. What they were saying was that they don't want to risk whatever this is getting out beyond the city. So they're burning all the boats so that no one can escape. So I don't know how we're gonna get out of here. What do you guys know?
Damn it,
Can we get out of here?
too.
Is there another way out? So as she's rambling, obviously the
Try the gate.
the gate's closed. They locked down
Try
the
the
gate
gates.
2 days
We
ago.
learned that first session. We learned they closed the gate.
2 days ago, the gate was closed down.
There are catacombs that have tunnels that go out of the city.
Is there a wall around the city?
Yes, there is.
Sewers.
There is a wall.
Heldon's wanting to scale a wall. He's got that new climbing ability.
He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
go
can
back to the inn and grab
climb.
my rope.
Don't care about the rest of you. What rope? You don't have any rope.
Oh, see
What are
ya.
you talking
Yeah, we
about?
go back to the inn and get some rope.
I don't know that you
My
would
rope.
want to go back to the inn.
I ain't going back to this.
All right, so as you're looking at the fire, as the crumbling ruins of Firin and Halen's boat, Thanon's gonna frown
Well,
and he's gonna look up to the west, and he's gonna say, "Well, I know of two options at this point, and I don't know that I like either of them. But I don't think we're getting
no.
out the first. I don't think we're getting out the front gate, and we're not going to be able to get a boat from the docks. But I know because I've done a bit of business with them in the past. Don't judge me. Coin is coin. I've done a bit of business under the table for the Fuwar
like
shipping
these
agency in the past, and I know they've got a couple of boats down in a secret harbor, in a cave down below. But those caves are pretty tightly guarded, and I don't know how we're going to get past all of the guards that the Fuwars employ to get down to the boat. The other option would be the sewers, but I don't recommend the sewers, given that they are run by the Raven Syndicate. And given that you've had some run-ins with the Raven Syndicate in recent days, I don't know if that's the safest option, but those are the only two ways that I can think of that we're gonna get out of the city at this point.
well, I
Well-
don't mind dealing with dastards.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna guess that those boats are already gone. Because if those people hear about this, their first thing they're gonna do is take
I
their boats
know,
and
they might wanna-
scram.
Get some valuables.
Well, and they may make a fortune trying to ferry people out too. You never know.
True.
I don't like the sound of the sewers either.
Doesn't
though.
it seem like the elves might have a way out of town too? They've been here forever. Or have they?
these are the options that Thanon presented you with. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean that doesn't mean they're the only options.
They're the only option.
Well, come on, Dwayne. Did you find anything interesting in a book?
I think we should check the
Lance, do you have a city map?
boats.
Check
The
out the
hidden
boats.
The hidden boats.
Yeah, let's
It's
go
not
to
like
the
it's been going
Foulards.
on that long. They could still be there.
Yeah, this has only been going on for a few hours. I mean,
Yeah,
this
they just
started.
set fire to these boats just now, so I mean,
So we might have the best chance with the boats.
let's make
Okay.
haste.
Let's make
All right,
haste.
so
That's for the boats.
you are currently here, and where you want to go is over here, right? Make sure that we're all
At
on the
least
right.
it's not through the poor quarter.
It's not through. Yeah, this is sort of harborfront property here. Okay, so let me get to the right selection here. The best option is going to be to skirt the edge of the docks here and just make your way over here and see if you can't get in to the front entrance there. All right. So as you start to move west along the border of the docks here, a group of soldiers is going to running past you. Looks to be about a dozen of them. They don't pay you any attention. They are running north up to continue to bolster support and help burn boats along the eastern edge of the harbor here. You get a little bit further, and as you move along, you start to hear. Oh yeah, you definitely hear. As you are moving past these first buildings here, you're gonna hear this horrific shrieking noise as someone dies a horrific death, and something is gonna come crashing out of the second story window to the left of you and land. And as it comes down, falling from the window, it's gonna spin in the air like a cat and land on all fours, and it's gonna look up and around, and it's gonna see your group, but it's gonna give a mighty nasty and
Now load. Here we go.
Oh, yay. Here
coming
we go.
for you.
Just give it Lance. Lance, take one for the team.
What the?
All right, roll initiative.
Hey, you remember the church? You gotta
Yeah.
defend.
Defend the
everyone.
weak.
Oh, come on. I rolled a good one too.
Except for Ragalorm.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Since we had so many strong rolls and this thing fell out of a window, I'm just gonna go ahead and give it to your group that you guys can have the first. You guys are gonna get the first round of everything here.
They got initiative again. Jeez Louise.
Where did I put my pin? There it is. Okay, so we've also got Thanon. And we've got Fearin.
I rolled better than Twende.
We've got Halen.
You
Okay.
have negative dex.
All right. This one's quite a bit bigger than the one you faced in the tavern, and it's looking pretty hungrily at you. So, but you guys all have the attack, so we'll just go down the list here, and you guys can all get a turn. So I'm gonna go down. So just go Lance, Dwinde, Haldren, Halden, Ragalorm, Idledor, whatever the initiative rolls were. I don't really care who rolled what.
Good to do my new spells.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. You had a chance to rest a little bit at Thanon's before you came out here, so let's say yes.
All right.
I'm giving
I
it to
don't
you.
remember exactly how this works. I'll do spiritual weapon. Ooh.
Spell description. You create a floating spectral weapon. Oh, this is the. Yeah, I was using this the other day in Celasta. Melee creature within 5 feet of the weapon. Target takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus your modifier. So I'm assuming that roll was a crit, right?
It was a crit, yeah.
Okay.
So if we did Heath's way, it would be 17 damage.
Yeah, let's do it. So this thing, you're gonna spawn. Do you have a preference for what you want the magical weapon to be?
I'll have it be a mace.
A mace? Okay, because I was just reading at the bottom. It says clerics. In this case, we weren't using deities, but it says Saint Cuthbert is known for his mace, and Thor is known for his hammer.
I see.
So yours is a mace. So
Yeah.
you spawn a spectral mace that wallops this thing upside the side of the head for, what did you say, 17?
17.
It's gonna
Nice.
give a nasty
Smack.
snarl as this thing smacks it upside the head. All right, Dwende, you're up.
I will cast Scorching Ray at it.
Ooh.
Scorching Ray.
Oh, baby.
Nice.
Well, so you get to hit 3 times?
Yep.
I want to see that description.
Scorching Ray. Create 3 rays of fire and hold them at targets within range. All right.
Oh,
So we did a 7 and a 6, and then the last would be
It'd be 15.
7 and 6 plus 15.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 13 and 15.
Double.
God, I gotta get a freaking calculator out for this now.
28.
All right, plus 17 from before. Holy shit. Okay. This thing is gonna give a mighty cry as your 3 lances of fire beat the crap out of it. Who's up next? Haldren.
all right. Can I cast a spell and then fire, or can I just?
I think you still only have 1 round per turn.
Unless
so.
your spell is a bonus action.
Yeah.
That's pretty rare.
Yeah, I don't have that. Okay, I'll just shoot it with my longbow. Aim for the head.
And that's a hit. It has takes an arrow to the face and sticks out of its forehead.
Is this thing dead yet? Jeez.
It lets out a mighty scream.
Yeah, it's continuing to gnarly hurl and yarl and all these other
God,
words
this
that I'm
thing's-
just making up. Halden, you're next.
Oh my god, this thing's...
Sweet. So this ain't still a distance away.
It's a
right?
distance away. Yeah.
Alright, I'll use my short bow then.
Okay.
Let's see. 4 damage.
That is a hit. Another arrow plunked into its chest. Ragalorm.
Finish it, Tristan.
I'm gonna hit it with Divine Smite.
Ooh, a spell.
Yeah, my first one. Oh wait. Maybe. There we go.
So the way Divine Smite works is you have to hit him with something and then you smite him at the same time.
Oh, so it's like it's a
Yeah, so
close
there's
range.
bonus damage. So
Yeah,
you
it's a
get-
bonus
You
damage.
attack
yeah.
him. If you hit, you can smite.
Ah.
So you can
Yeah,
hit him with like
okay.
a.
Whatever weapon you use.
And how far away are we from this guy? I mean,
I mean, I'll give it to you that you. I mean, it happened, 10 feet away as you're walking along the coasts. I mean, it's
Can-
you have a chance to get over to it. Yes.
I might just throw my hand axe at it.
Okay.
Do it. Yeah.
I think it's yeah.
Your hand
I was
axe.
thinking,
Your hand axe
Nice.
goes past it and disappears into the night.
oh, you lost your hand axe.
A no
Edgeldor.
smite.
Edgeldor, you're up. Salute, Chris.
So I am close enough to hit this.
I mean,
thing.
you can get to it, yeah.
All right,
Running
I'm gonna-
charge and
I'm gonna running charge my new battle axe that Thanon just gave me.
Headbutt him.
okay. You do the running charge and you leap up into the air to smite it, and it And as it's roaring in pain from the previous damage it took, it kind of rocks to the side, and you miss, and your axe goes into the dirt
Would have been
in
a good
front of
hit
it.
though.
All right, you guys are all done. Now it is Thanon's turn. He's going to do a similar running charge,
It's my man.
and he is going to land a mighty swipe. You're using a battle axe. What is the battle axe damage? It is 1d8.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a character sheet for him open at the moment. Actually, I do. Where is his character sheet? I forgot I had these set up earlier. Thanon Rockguard.
Great.
And his axe, unlike yours, goes slinking into its shoulder. He's going to wrench it out, and he's going to go for another attack. And he hits it again, sinking its axe into its shoulder for a second chunk here.
Because he has action surge. Yeah. Go with that.
Okay, that's 15. Okay,
Thing's got lots of health.
as he does
Big boy.
that, and we're going to go
Maybe
over
it was a warrior
to-
before it became whatever it is now.
Probably a church member. Dang church members.
Yeah, we have a couple of those here.
I don't know. Start keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
I love this idle conversation we're having while we're battling this thing. Dang
I'm
church
looking at this
members.
spell real quick.
Burning all the boats.
All right, so here's a good question for you guys, who have played 5th edition. Do you guys usually play with friendly fire on or off?
It's always on.
Always.
D&D is Halo.
Well, it seems like if you threw a fireball,
Usually I have friendly fire on. So if you throw a fireball, everyone's gonna take it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Usually you do.
Yeah.
Isn't there
So-
special spells that actually let you avoid your allies? So
Some do.
It's called being a dwarf.
She's gonna do poison spray.
Oh.
Fearing is.
Yay.
I was thinking about spike growth, but I don't want to hurt anybody. Let's see if this thing.
Oh yeah, so let's just poison everybody. Yeah, great.
Let's see if it saves.
Freaking neck wound. Now I'm poisoned.
It does not save. Alright, so it's going to take 1d12 of poison damage. It's okay, so she's going to spray it in the face. Okay. It's going to take a blast of poison across its neck and chest. And then next up we have Halen. Come on, buddy, you can do good things. That's a hit. And that is a hit. So it takes another 11 points. Okay. All your turns are done. This thing is gonna give off another god's awful shriek, and it's going to now have two tasty little dwarves directly in front of it. I'm gonna roll 1, 2, 3. It's Thanon. 4, 5, 6. It's Idrildor. It is Idrildor. Okay, it swipes at you but misses with the first attack, so its one hand reaches out and swipes to get you. Swipes again. Oh, poor Ildrador. its right hand snake claws snake across your chest, and they do.
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's gonna do 24 points of damage.
oh my!
Oh,
I want to say really bad words right now.
I thought you had 30 health.
I do. Not anymore.
All right, so it just
Fuck.
devastated you with a single rake of its claws across your chest, and you just crumple to the ground, a whimpering heap of a dwarf that was once tough and mighty. Your axe is stuck in the dirt by your side, and you're like clutching at your chest.
Man, these mountain dwarves were made of weak stuff.
Tell you what.
All right,
The
let's
sun's
go
too
back through
bright.
this again.
It's the sun.
It's barely rising.
Lance, you're up.
Okay, so I think that I can run at it and hit it and attack it with my spiritual weapon. Does that sound right?
Your spiritual weapon is a different attack than yours, yes. So
Right.
you get
So
an attack,
I'll
and then you.
smack it in the face with the
Oh, yeah, smack
spiritual weapon, or I'll attempt to. Maybe.
Yes, that's a hit. So your spiritual weapon hit it.
And then I'll run up to it and hit it with my regular mace on the other side of his face.
Dong dong.
Maybe.
That is a hit. Okay.
Smack, smack.
Duende, you're up next.
I think I'm just going to cast Ray of Frost on it.
Okay.
Frosty. Nice.
All right. So it took a point of cold damage, and it is slightly frozen. It's slightly frosty. Haldren.
Its tips are frosted. Just the tips.
my turn.
Yep.
All right, I'll just shoot it again.
Pew pew pew. That is a miss, good sir.
Yes.
Halden.
Oh yeah, yep. I'm gonna shoot it again.
Thinking you should stab it in the leg. You had pretty good luck with that last
It's
time.
true, but I don't want to die.
Stand far away from its fangs and claws.
Stab it in the leg.
Does that even hit?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear the roll for some reason. I didn't see
nice.
it. Yes, that's a hit. So 2
Ah,
points of
cool.
damage.
A whopping 2.
Whopping 2. Ragalorm.
I will charge at it with my new pike.
Okay. That is a hit. 9. Okay. Isildur, roll a 6. You're pretty hurt here. So
you think?
if you
Yeah.
if you roll a 1 or a 2, I'll say that you can like pull your axe out of the dirt and take a swing from your prone position and like try to give a hack at its leg or something. But if it's a 4, 5, or 6, if it's a 3, 4, 5, or 6, yeah, you're kind of too wounded to do anything at the
So
moment.
okay, so if I get a 1 or 2, I can attack. If
Yeah.
I don't, I can't attack.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because you took
If
a
I
really
don't-
bad hit.
If I don't get to attack, can I cast Second Wind, which is
Yeah.
a healing spell?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what happens here. Oh, thank God! I don't have to attack.
But
'Cause if I
yeah,
got
I
it, was
forgot you
gonna
still
go
had.
for it.
I forgot you had the second win. So yeah,
Well,
let's
but if
roll
I got
for
attack,
that.
I was gonna go for. I was
Yeah,
gonna go for it. 'cause
sure.
I want to kill this thing. All right, Second Wind. I gotta roll a 1d10 plus 2. If I remember. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
1d10 plus 2. Oh, fantastic! 5. Thanks. Woohoo!
Okay. All right.
That's better than what I had, I guess.
Thanon is up again.
Come on, Thanon.
And then
Forgot to update his character sheet. Oh yeah, that's a hit. He gives it another chunk, sinks it into its shoulder. And he's gonna take another swing. Oh yeah. Okay.
Nice.
All right, this thing lets out a massive cry of pain, and its right arm almost basically is just severed from the second blow. He just sinks his first axe into the shoulder, pulls it out, sinks it in again like he's chopping a block of wood. And this thing's arm is just kind of hanging off now, and it's giving a horrible shrieking cry. Next up, we've got Firin, and she's going to do. She's going to step forward and cast on Idrildor. Wait, did I roll the wrong? I rolled the wrong spell. Hang on, I rolled the wrong one. My bad.
I was like, why am I getting Thunderwave?
No, hang on. I swear I clicked Cure Wounds. I did. I clicked Cure Wounds. Submit. It's rolling Thunderwave for some reason instead of Cure Wounds.
That's interesting.
huh.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing
It's 5th
that.
edition's way of saying, kill off this character.
How does mending work? No, that's for other things. So Cure Wounds. Hang on. How do you just cast it from the?
I can click on mine. Let's see. It depends on what level you're casting it at.
Yeah, let me look at this real quick. She's going to step forward 1d8. Second level or above. Okay, so it's the same as before, but just instead of a mass heal, it's this. Alright, she's going to heal you for 10 points, Idildor.
Thank you.
Okay. And she's also going to... Let me look at this real quick. She's going to position herself in such a way, and she is going to cast this. Against the creature. Let's see if it saves or not. Ooh, it barely saved. Okay, if it saves on a failed save, takes 2d8. On a successful save, takes half as much damage and isn't pushed back. Okay, so it's going to take half damage. So it's going to take 8 points. Okay, and we've got Haldren. Excuse me, not Haldren. Where's he at? Highland. Wrong character sheet. That is a hit.
Nice.
And a miss.
That's a miss.
All right. This thing is, it's got its right arm hanging off. It's taken a bunch of blasts to the face. It's taken a significant amount of damage. As it rears back and roars, you can all feel this, like, pulsation. Like it's drawing energy into itself. Like you can, even the non-magical users can feel this, like it feels like there's a force pulling you in towards the creature. And those of you who were at the inn before, when the other creature blew up and did that force blast as it fell to the ground, this is what it felt like. Only this time around, you know what it is. So you're getting a
Jump
chance.
away.
You're getting a chance here to
Duck and cover.
to get away from this thing and hopefully not get caught in the blast.
Yeah. Run.
Do we roll
Yeah,
for it or just?
Yeah. So since you guys are aware of this, shout this out to Thanon, and the rest.
Yeah.
Fly, you fools!
It probably would have been smart
Run!
to tell them that they exploded when they died, anyways. But whatever.
Um, but anyway, that's what you're feeling. So you're all gonna get a chance to run away. This thing is going to cast. Okay. Everybody take half that, because you're able to, run away from the epicenter. So as this thing rears back its head and shouts its final dying breath, um, as it does so, you can feel the elemental mages, Duende, you could feel this. It's pulling in elemental magic, and the quantum users, it's pulling in elemental energy as well. And then as it draws it in, it's probably, a few seconds, we could say. You got a chance to quickly turn around and run the other direction before the blast hits you in the back and knocks you all to your feet. Um, you hear shattering glass from windows, and you all fall kind of to your knees as you run away from this thing. Um, but it is officially dead behind you. Farron is just kind of staring with kind of grim determination in her eyes at the creature. Halen still hasn't said a word, by the way, since you guys left. He's just grim-faced as well. Ophelia comes out of nowhere all of a sudden, and she's flittering down and going, "My goodness, that was crazy! I cannot believe what I just saw. I'm so glad that I was safe behind the building over there, but you guys did a great job." Thanon's gonna kind of shake his axe to get some of the blood off. It's the first time I've swung my axe into a creature for nigh on 5 years, and I gotta admit it felt pretty good. But if that's what you guys faced earlier tonight, I'd say we've got a graver situation than you might have let on. Farron is gonna concur, and
It
she's
bit me.
Farron's gonna walk over to the corpse and she's gonna do some inspection, kind of nudge it with her foot, poke it with her staff, nod her head, and suggest that you continue onwards, post haste, so that you
Yes.
don't get into any additional issues with more of these. So as you continue, that happened right around here. You continue west. You hear some additional cries and shrieks happening to your left, but nothing comes out of any buildings, thankfully. And as you've come up to the front of the Fuwar shipping house here, zoom in on the map. That's the wrong click. There's a good dozen guards around this front gate that you see when you arrive. Gates closed. This is like a walled compound. The walls are pretty tall. Let's say they're about 15 feet tall. But just this is a wall-off compound. This is the Fuwar Shipping Agency headquarters. Than is gonna look at the gate. That's not what I wanted to see. I've only been down there once, but the entrance to the caverns is inside the warehouse, right there beyond the gate. You got to go into the house, manner there proper, and they've got a warehouse around the back, and they've got an entrance that goes down into the basement, and from there you can get into the caves that go down to that cavern where the boats are. But this is what you're faced with right now: is a group of guards at the gate.
Does Thanon think that he could talk to the guards having past relations?
I'll give it a shot. Let's see. Best you tuck your weapons away, folks. We're just an honest group of travelers looking to maybe do a little business tonight, eh? He's actually going to tell the rest of you to wait behind. Farron, you come with me. Harlan, you stay here with him. Let's go talk. He's gonna go up to the gate with them. They appear to be conversing. Everything seems to be going well. Thanon's gesturing. He's pointing at you guys. He's pointing at the fires. One of the guards is shaking his head. Thanon's like, "Come on," arguing something. Pulls out a heavy sack of coin that looks, even from this distance, as a big fat purse, and he's kind of holding it up in one hand and kind of offering it to the guards. And one of the guys is going to say, you can't hear him. He's just going to nod his head. He's going to take the pouch. Thanon's going to turn around and beckon you guys to come on in. And they're going to open up the gate and let you pass into the inner courtyard here of the compound. As you get in, as you get into the compound, the grounds are pretty empty at the moment. There's another gate over to the west of you, southwest, excuse me. Actually, that'd be south, not west. Another gate to the south. You can see guards on the inside here as well. And also, as you get past, there's a few guards on the inside of the gate that you're coming in through. Thanon is going to lead you because he's been here before. Oops, that's the wrong kind of shape I want to draw this. He's going to lead you around the back, and there's an entrance here on the back side that's going to go into this open warehouse area. And there is a set of stairs going down into the basement of this area. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be where we call it a night, because it is 10:30. And we have made it at least this far to the warehouse, and we're about to head down into the basement and see what we can see. See if there's a way out here.
That's pretty crazy.
I'm glad we didn't have to go down the sewers.
I'm glad too, because I didn't have maps made up for the sewers yet. So
Sewers would not have been fun. Yeah.
I still want to see what the elves are gonna say.
That's a good.
You can go back and talk to the elves. Lance.
Yeah.
Best take a shoulder pad with you.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I didn't have anything written for what the elves might have to think about this, or a way out of the city, so that's a good side point for me to figure out to write in as a third option.
Yeah, because you could have 3 options.
Right, because I had obviously we have the 2, but having players present the third option, we could have just role played that had the group chosen that, but having it being popped up as an option, I can definitely write that in as a third opportunity and come up with a way out on their end as well.
Poor Frida.
Rip.
Yeah, so whatever's happening tonight is happening fast. Because people were cured yesterday late morning, and they cured, you're not sure how many people they cured. They cured a couple dozen people while you were there helping, and then you went to load the ship, so they could have cured a couple dozen more. And it all kind of started in the docks district, and it's spreading out from around the docks and going outwards.
Well, this is spreading quicker than the plague even, because like if Frida attacked her parents, I mean, we watched Terry changing.
Yeah, that was just a few minutes.
Yeah, exactly, and that was, within the same evening, yeah. That's good stuff.
Well, you made it within the walls of the compound at least, and nobody appears to be infected yet. At least nobody that you've seen so far is infected, so remains to be seen.
I've been slashed.
I know.
My dwarven resilience is on fleek.
And let's do another roll real quick while we're sitting here, because it is the start of a new day and it is morning. So our 2 humans and our half elf need to roll constitutions.
I don't like these rolls.
Me neither. Come on.
Oh,
we
it's not
don't
bad.
get no rolls. Or no, I said if we don't get no toes, then we don't eat no rolls. Haldren's gonna die. He's done for.
Yeah, he just had.
Who?
He's had
Haldren?
terrible. Yeah, he's had terrible rolls. He's had two terrible ones tonight.
At least he's only half human.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
just dragging, just
Half of
Drag-
me's drinking.
dragging a leg. Just-
I don't know. I think Lance has the most fails so far.
oh no. Well, that doesn't surprise me. In all
Lance
honesty.
Lance has 4 fails and 1 save.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'll have to do the math on everybody. Ragalorm has 3 fails and 2 saves. Haldren has pure fails, 4 fails. Haldren has no saves.
Ooh.
Haldren has failed every roll, every Constitution check since we started him.
Oh boy,
Awesome.
that'll be fun.
It's gonna be interesting. I have to think of how I want to deal with the player characters.
I'm thinking we're gonna throw him overboard once we finally get out of the ocean.
Get on boat and he starts convulsing. There's not gonna be any
Are you?
sympathy. It's gonna be yeet.
I know, man.
All right. Well, that was a pretty good session
Yeah, it
tonight.
was.
Kind of went through some early roleplay sessions, eased you into the city, and then tonight was an action adventure session. So, how do you all feel about the pacing so far? That's definitely an area of feedback that I'll be looking for. See if we need to inject more adventure into it in the beginning or not. Because the only encounter that you've really had so far was that first night in the tavern. You had a little bit of a ruckus, and then you had the fight with the. At both times have been encounters with the Raven Syndicate.
I like
And
the 2 times this one. The last time was a little slow, but that's I feel like because half our party was missing.
that's true. When you've got a couple people down, it can slow things up a little bit. But that's going to happen from time to time.
Yeah.
And you also missed that very first encounter when you got off the boat because
I
you
was
had.
gonna say,
the
I
pers-
wish we would have got that encounter with the, but that's
Yeah.
because I have insight, So, yeah, I'd like some more fighting church combat,
get thrown
It
into.
seems like a lot of times the beginning it takes a little bit to get into the story and stuff.
You could have got thrown in jail that first session, but you got lucky with
Right.
persuasion rolls. So.
Well, we about got thrown in jail at the tavern too, because
Oh, that's
Well,
right,
what
because she was gonna call the guard, and you guys rolled.
she was, yeah,
And some I forget who rolled the saving throw for that. And rolled the
That one-
persuasion.
that one
think
might have
so.
been me. Ian had the first save.
Yeah.
Be interesting to
I
go
can't-
back and check
I
those.
can't
No,
remember.
I think I got the second one too.
Maybe you did. Maybe you did. Maybe you did.
My persuasive half elf.
Yeah, we've had good rolls when it comes to not having conflict. Cause even at the checkpoint, they just went ahead and let the 2 guys through and just told the rest of us to leave. They didn't have any. Yeah, it's been good.
All right. Well, for those of you watching live or watching later on after the video has been posted, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to follow along. Check out all the links in the description below. And I think, if we're lucky, next session, I think we'll wrap it up next week, which will be the session number 6. I was thinking between 5 to 8 sessions. I'm pretty sure we can wrap up next week in a single session if we don't have any technical difficulties,
Right.
but we will see. That'll be an interesting way to go, and see how that winds up. Because the other route was the sewers, which probably would have been 2 sessions, depending on some of the stuff that's in the sewers. Because again, there's lots of dice rolls to see how you get through there or not. Because one of the
Well,
options.
we already know Lance has a map. We know of the sewers. So
Well, so
Definitely.
going through the sewers, there's 2 options. One is you can pay your way through. Well, guess what? None of you have your gold. And Thanon obviously has gold, but whether or not he has the clout with the Ravens or not. And if you can't pay, then there's something you have to do for them to allow you to go through the sewers, which that thing sends you off on another quest. So, yeah, that could have turned into 2 sessions. So, but I think we'll wrap this up. I think we'll wrap it up next week. We'll see how the session goes. So fingers crossed, we might have one more to go. So.
We don't even know at this point. We don't even know if the boats are still there, guys.
You
Come on.
don't. So it's going to depend on when we get down there and what we find. So
We may end up going to the
Yeah.
sewers.
you never know. You might. For those of you following along, if you haven't watched the previous episodes, feel free to drop back. They're in the Product Dramond playlist here on YouTube. Thanks for following along, and we will see everybody next week. Signing off from the stream tonight.